That, my friends, is a homemade fruit fly trap. So I thought what we might do is have a quick talk about different sorts of traps that I've decided to try this season. G'day folks, Andy here from McDowell Manor. Okay, so like I said, that's a fruit fly trap. We get Queensland fruit fly and Mediterranean fruit fly. Now why I can't say fruit fly at the moment is beyond me. You can see all it is a plastic bottle. That one happens to be a water bottle, cut off at the top, and then the top's inverted and it's put back down into the bottle. Now what happens is most insects will fly to the highest point, which is up there, rather than go out down low. So they should get trapped. Now if that's not working properly, I'll just roll up a piece of paper or something and shove it down that spout. So you can see what they're baited with is an organic fruit fly attractant. Now this is a good one because it attracts males and female fruit fly. I've normally only ever seen ones that do the males. So I think this is a new product, and over the weeks we'll do some videos and we'll see how this goes, eh? This trap is located near where on the north side where I grow my chilies and my tomatoes. Now I've actually got some bigger variety tomatoes, gross lists. I don't normally grow them, but I was hoping I'd get away with them before winter really finished. Now it looks like that's not going to be the case, so I need to protect them. And I also, can you see that chili there? So that's been stung. So I want to start and get the protection out. I'm going to put one on the other side of the yard as well, probably near the peaches, I think. This is not ideal. I've started making the phorid fly trap. I'd rather a clear bottle because then I can see what's going on, but I've just drilled little 2mm holes in there around this one. Still got the lid. I'm going to put the lid on once I've put the contents in, and I'll put it out near my hives. Now let me show you the contents. That is actually some of my very scarce Australian native bee honey. To that we're going to add some white vinegar until I can just smell hopefully both, and then I'll double that quantity in water. Same, I've just hung that hung it by the neck. Once the lid goes on, it's all right, don't worry, no bottles are being harmed. This is actually a good a lot of activity happening here, so I'm hoping that neither of these these hives are infected, but this should tell me the answer because apparently it works like a treat. I've hung it up because I don't want the little kids being able to get into it and bloody drinking it thinking it's soft drink, you know. Wouldn't kill them, but it wouldn't taste too good either. So we'll do a check on that late this afternoon and see if we've had any luck. Look, I don't profess to be an expert on native bees, you know, I'm sort of learning as I go as well. This last, where I lost 3 hives, that really gave me a big jolt, you can probably tell. So I'm taking what steps I can find, and Tim's book is certainly a ripper. It's the Bible for most of us beekeepers in Queensland, probably Australia. So I'm finding out what the likely pests are, and I've nailed it down to syrphid fly, phorid fly, and I don't think it's small hive beetle. Now one of the things that Tim points out is once your hive's been dead for a while, you'll find all of those pests, including the black soldier fly larvae, crawling around in there because they all come along and subsequently infest a dead hive. You know, it's weak, it's dead, it's ready for the picking. So if you know a lot about bees, Australian native bees, and you can offer me some helpful suggestions, feel free to leave a comment down below because I'll love you forever and a day. This is the next day. Very happy to say I'm not seeing any sign of phorid fly on that trap. The hives have still got bees coming in and out, which makes me think that indeed the issue was that the grubs and stuff that I found in those hives had done their nasty work and probably had come along later. So that's good. I'm going to make a second one of those phorid fly traps, and I'll hang it in this tree as well. I'll do a clear bottle so it's easier to see if there's anything in there. But yeah, so there's my organic fruit fly and phorid fly traps. The way you keep the syrphid fly out is you tape every crack that's in a hive, and that way they can't get their little proboscis in there to lay eggs. Those tubes that I put on the front of my hives are designed to keep the hive beetle out. The bees actually seal them almost up entirely on the inside of them. So there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed watching my little antics. I also checked the fruit fly traps at the back, and there's none. Oh. That bee there, where'd he go? That bee that I just showed you then, that looked to be a blue banded bee, which is a solitary Australian native bee. Look a lot like a honeybee, except the stripes are blue, quite a bright blue. Alright, if you like this kind of video about city farming, feel free to hit the subscribe button, maybe tap the bell so you get notified when new clips go up. Alright folks, you have a good one, eh? Hooroo!